Welcome to Rosary Chapel, your place for daily prayer, peace, and the powerful intercession of Our Lady. If this prayer blesses you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs a little grace today. Tap the bell icon so you never miss a moment of prayer. Let's journey in faith together. Thank you for supporting us. Let us pray. Thank you for joining me, Jose and Jessica, in this conversation. We thought this conversation might help you understand why it is a good idea to pray the Novena and Holy Rosary and such repetitive prayers. Let us dive into why pray novena, like the Novena of Our Lady of Fatima. Did you know prayer and meditation have become a $4.1 billion industry worldwide? But what fascinates me is how prayer practices like the Novena of Fatima or Holy Rosary might hold more practical benefits for spiritual and even mental health than many modern wellness trends.
That's such an interesting perspective, especially considering how many people are turning to mindfulness apps and digital solutions for peace of mind.
You know what's really striking? Studies show that consistent prayer practices like this 9-day novena actually create measurable changes in brain activity similar to long-term meditation. The key difference is the element of relationship building that happens during these focused prayer periods.
That connection between neuroscience and spiritual practice is fascinating. How does that translate to real-world benefits?
Well, here's something remarkable. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health found that people who maintain regular prayer practices show up to 27% lower rates of depression and anxiety. And when we look specifically at novena-style practices, the structured 9-day approach seems to hit this sweet spot for habit formation.
That timing element really stands out. 9 days is just long enough to create lasting change, but not so overwhelming that people give up.
Exactly right. And what's particularly interesting is how this practice addresses what psychologists call the modern attention crisis. The average person now has an attention span of just 8 seconds, down from 12 seconds in 2000. But participants in structured prayer practices report significant improvements in focus and mental clarity.
So we're essentially looking at an ancient solution to a very modern problem.
And here's where it gets really interesting. The communal aspect of this practice creates what sociologists call collective effervescence, even when people pray alone. They're part of this larger network of prayer that spans continents and cultures.
That global connection piece seems especially relevant given how isolated many people feel in our digital age.
The data backs that up. A recent Gallup poll showed that 61% of young adults report feeling seriously lonely, despite being more connected than ever through technology. But participants in regular prayer practices report a 45% increase in feelings of social connection and belonging.
Well, that certainly challenges the notion that spiritual practices are somehow disconnected from practical life benefits.
You know what else is fascinating? The way this practice approaches what psychologists call cognitive reframing. Through daily reflection and prayer, people naturally develop more resilient thinking patterns. It's like, well, imagine having a wise mentor who helps you see your challenges from new perspectives.
That reminds me of the growing body of research on emotional intelligence and its role in mental health. How does this practice specifically contribute to emotional development?
So get this. Studies of long-term practitioners show enhanced activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area associated with emotional regulation. But unlike meditation, which focuses on emptying the mind, this practice engages what researchers call active contemplation. It's like having a deep, meaningful conversation with a trusted friend.
That combination of emotional engagement and structured practice seems uniquely powerful.
And here's something that really surprised me in the research: the ripple effect on relationships. People who maintain consistent prayer practices report a 38% improvement in their ability to handle conflict and show increased empathy in their daily interactions.
Those numbers really highlight the practical impact beyond just the spiritual dimension.
Exactly. And when we look at the peace-building aspect, there's this fascinating correlation between areas with high concentrations of prayer communities and reduced rates of social conflict. It's not just about individual transformation. It creates these ripples of positive change throughout entire communities.
That broader social impact really challenges the idea that prayer is just a private, personal matter.
And here's what I think is most relevant to our current moment. In an era of unprecedented uncertainty, practices like this provide what psychologists call adaptive coping mechanisms. They help people develop resilience without denying the reality of their challenges.
That balance between acceptance and active engagement seems crucial for mental health.
Looking at all these elements together, the neurological benefits, the community impact, the emotional intelligence development, it's clear why this ancient practice continues to show such remarkable results in our modern context.
And it really speaks to this growing recognition that spiritual well-being and mental health aren't separate domains, but deeply interconnected aspects of human flourishing.
You know, as we wrap up, perhaps the most powerful insight is how something so ancient can address our most pressing contemporary challenges, from loneliness to anxiety to social division. It's a reminder that sometimes the most effective solutions aren't always the newest ones. So, we invite you to enter into a daily practice of prayer like the Novena, the 9 days prayer to the Blessed Mother of Fatima, whose intercessions have blessed countless people. Miracles have been reported through her intercession. The amazing phenomenon of the dancing sun that was experienced by tens of thousands of people is a great testimony to the intercessory powers of our Blessed Mother. Please come back and join us in prayer starting on May 4th. Meanwhile, please take a moment to subscribe, share, and like this chapel of prayer. Join us as a member and support and be a partner in our prayer ministry. No matter where you are, your simple prayers are powerful and benefit people. Share a blessing here and care, and may the Lord bless you abundantly. Before you leave, I want to invite you to join me in singing 3 Hail Marys to celebrate this time together. May Blessed Mother watch over you. Thank you for praying with us today. If this time of prayer brought you peace, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this channel with your family and friends. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so you never miss a chance to pray with us daily. Let us continue to grow in faith and pray together. May Blessed Mother watch over you.